Hey, how's it going, and welcome to Whiskey Wins with me, Stuart. Today we're going to find out which whiskey is the best supermarket whiskey. So yeah, I've only got 5 whiskies as I didn't want to buy the full supermarket of whiskies, but I've chosen 5 which I think are kind of staples of supermarkets. I haven't went for anything peated or anything too smoky, so Highland Park 12, Ardbeg 10, Lagavulin 16, the likes of them are all missing from this. And I've actually left out distilleries or whiskies that I've reviewed to make the blind tasting. We're going to do a blind tasting, make it a little bit more impartial, because these are whiskies that I haven't spent a lot of time with, to be honest, because I tend not to drink supermarket whiskey anymore. But we'll start with the lineup. We've got Glenlivet Founders Reserve, which you can pick up for £22 to £27. It's a Speyside whisky. It's the cheapest of the 5 that I've got today. I think I picked it up for, in fact, I'm not even sure if I picked this up, if my dad gave me it, because a few of these my dad did give me. But I think I think this was one from my dad. So anyway, £22 to £27. Tamnavulin Double Cask, which is another Speyside. I want to believe it's near Ballindarloch, but I could be wrong. So this is £35, so our more expensive of the 5, or one of the more expensive of the 5. We've got Macallan, another double cask. So I think they're just bourbon and sherry, American oak and sherry, or yeah, it just says American and European oak. So Macallan being a Speyside, being one of the most notable brands, one of the most recognisable brands in the world. We've got Glenmorangie 10-year-old. Macallan's only £30. The Glenmorangie 10-year-old is our only age statement in the lineup. It's also £30. The distillery, notable for its tallest stills in the world. It's giraffe neck stills, they're called. It's a Highland whisky, if I didn't say, or if I did say. So we've got a Highland, 3 Speysides, and then the last is a Campbelltown. We're going to add a little bit of funk to this lineup. So the Campbelltown is a Glen Scotia double cask, and it, alongside the Tamnavulin, they're both £35. So this is only lightly peated. I think they do 15 ppm for their double cask. So hopefully it's not too evident, because I'm doing it blind, like I said. I don't think it will be that evident, but we'll give it a go and we'll see. And like I said, I've not spent much time with these, so we'll see what flavours we get, and like I said, we'll pick the best one. So we've got 5 glasses, and you'll just need to trust me that it's blind. We've got a red one, pot still, gold, blue, and Kinnaird Head whiskies glass. So if you're ever looking for a whisky, do check Kinnaird Head whiskies out. Their prices are competitive, usually quite good, and the team are great who run it. So we'll start with the nose, and we'll do the palate. We won't really go into the finish because I don't want this to go on too long. So we'll start with the red. Yeah, so straight away I'm getting a nut, hazelnut, kind of chocolate. Yeah, real chocolate, kind of a little, fruit and nut, I'd say. Fruit and nut chocolate bar by Cadbury's or something like that. A little spicy on the nose, but yeah, quite a nice nose. Yeah, that's that's pretty good. Number 2 is the pot still. So this is fresh apples, fresh green apples, crisp, clean, honey. Quite a nice nose as well. But I don't think it's as nice as the chocolate. I'm really enjoying the chocolate at the moment. But yeah, good nose, really crisp, really clean. The gold, which I'm hoping is not Macallan gold. Oh, that's not. There's something. I've actually just painted the kitchen, and this is. I don't know if it's a kitchen or if it's this, but it's really thrown me off. It's very. Yeah, it's like paint. It's off-putting. Not a great nose at all. I'm just going to put that over here for now. I can't even describe what it's just. It's lacking, and yeah, like I said, off-putting. The blues orangey, zesty, maybe something like mandarin, or yeah, that type of zest, almost verging on citrus, but it's not that citric. Oh, it's really nice, really fresh, similar to the fruitiness of the pot still, but obviously different fruits, but still real fresh, quite crisp, zesty, tangy. Yeah, quite a nice nose. None of these noses, apart from the gold, have been lacking. They've all been quite enjoyable. The Kinnaird Head Whiskies glass. Oh. So there's a fizzy drink, Vimto, and they used to do, I don't know if they still do, but Vimto bars. It's kind of similar to like Wham Bar, Refreshers Bar, Highland Toffee, Iron Brew Bar, those type of bars. But this is specifically Vimto. It's kind of that raspberry, strawberry. Yeah, it's really nice in the nose. I actually think this is the best nose. Really enjoying that, quite a sticky nose. So that's the pot still glass. We'll put that at number 1. So, sorry, the Kinnaird Head Whiskies glass. So we'll put that at number 1. So we've got Kinnaird Head Whiskies number 1 for the nose. Number 2 is red, pot still 3, blue 4, and gold 5. So we'll get down to the palate and I'll just do it in that order. So the Kinnaird Head Whiskies. No, it's nice on the palate. It's swapped a little. It's a little thin. It's a little orangey. I want to say orange oil. So I think it's sherry. The nose might have gave that away a little with the kind of strawberry element. So I'd maybe pick that more to be port or something. But yeah, I think that's sherry. It's a little creamy in the palate, but it's, like I said, it's dissipating. It's thin, a little soft. But there is a kind of creamy, buttery popcorn element, so that's quite nice. It's not bad, but it's just a little thin. We'll get the red. I'm just going to have some water. So the red in the palate. That's got to be the Glen Scotia. Yeah, I can taste a little bit of peat, a little bit of smoke. It's spicy. It's a little savoury. The fruit and nut and the chocolate from the nose, it's still nutty. I wouldn't say it's fruity, I wouldn't say it's chocolate in the palate, but there's definitely a savoury, like a Tux biscuit or something like that, but it's really nice. It's very oily in the mouth. I think I can tell that that's the Glen Scotia. It's not chill filtered at all. The comparison between these two is just unreal. If I could let you taste it, that just feels like water and that is viscous. That is great on the palate. That'll go there. These whiskies I haven't spent much time with either. They're pretty much just opened. Like I've not reviewed them yet either. That's why I chose them. So I've not spent much time with them. So it'd be good to review them. But that probably deserves a review. That's pretty good. Soft on the palate, but still good. The pot still.
Hello, it's voiceover Stuart here, filling in for video Stuart. So my microphone decided to have a complete meltdown at this point, and it sounds like a digital horse running through a field of digital glass. So I'll be filling in at the moment. Basically what I say is that the pot still glass is a little thin, but a lot of good flavours there. It's got coconut, which kind of ties in with a chocolate element, almost like a sherry chocolate element, which reminds me of like a Bounty, so the confectionery sweet. And because of the coconut element, and I really do like Bounties, I've put this to number 2. So it's not as thick or viscous feeling as the red glass, which I believe is Glen Scotia, but I still think it's good enough to merit second spot. I then move on to the blue glass. I'm not sure how this will tie up, but the blue I say is a lot creamier in the palate. It was orange in the nose, I believe, but really creamy in the palate, a lot of vanilla flavours, still a little thin, but yeah, the cream is the dominant aspect here, so hopefully that's tied up perfect.
It's in the middle. That could, no, I think that's Glen Scotia. There's peat there for sure, there's saltiness. If I get that wrong, I'm literally the worst reviewer or whiskey person ever. That has to be Glen Scotia. That orange nose, but a lot creamier in the palate. Maybe something like fresh yogurt, something like that. That's really enjoyable. I think I would actually put that above the Canary Head Whiskies glass, but not above this. I really enjoyed the coconut element to that. So the gold glass, no, it's just nothing exciting. There's nothing gripping you, but it's also quite offensive. It's just a little offensive on the palate. It's the same as the nose, a little spirity, just not even spirity because it doesn't feel punchy, not like burny or anything. It just feels, can it still be spirity but not be punchy? I think so. It's just offensive. It's just an offensive glass. It does say it's smooth and balanced, so that's a positive. You're so offensive. But yeah, no, definitely not my favourite. I think my favourite's the red, the Glen Scotia. So we'll get I'll go grab the sheet and we'll see which one's which, and I hope it's been written down right. So I've got the sheet here, and I promise I didn't look at it. The red is the Glen Scotia. So £35, non-chill filtered, and I really think the non-chill filtered element here I could have been biased with the peat, because I definitely tasted peat, so I could have been a little bit biased, but it was more the mouthfeel, the nutty chocolate, the chocolate from the nose straight away. I can't tell that it was peated on the nose, it was more the palate. So I think the nose alone carried this, the real chocolate, raisins and nut chocolate bar. So I really enjoyed that in the nose, and the palate, yeah, a great dram, and I really need to explore that more. I've only had a couple drams out of it, and a review needs to come of that. That is a great supermarket whiskey, and as you can see, the best from the lineup. £35, so the most expensive one, or the most expensive out the lineup. Tied for most expensive. I don't know what I'm saying. The pot still is the Tam Navulin. I've got the sheet here. It's coconut was the defining character. Palate, fresh, mellow notes of pear, creamy peaches, pineapple, and a hint of demerara sugar. So no coconut, but I found coconut in that, and I really enjoyed that. Quite funny that the two most expensive out of the lineup are my favourite. I'm not an advocate for more expensive means better or age means better, but it just goes to show you. I've not had a lot of Tamavulin, I should really explore that more. That was a good dram. The blue is the Glenmorangie 10-year-old. So it just goes to show you as well that age isn't everything. These don't have ages, I don't know what age they roughly could be, but this, I think this was creamy. I really got a lot of creamy elements in it on the palate. I think it was quite orangey in the nose. But yeah, this is a nice whiskey. This is a good whiskey. £30 for 10-year-old. It's a shame it's chill filtered, and it's a shame it doesn't have any, it's got colouring added. I think this could be a really good dram if it was unchill filtered. It's still a good dram, but I think it could be a lot better if it was not chill filtered. Still good, I still enjoyed the flavours. The Canary Head Whiskey glass was the Macallan, just double checking, yeah, it was the Macallan Gold, which, loved the nose. There was those Vimto bar, strawberry, Vimto bar, strawberry, raspberry, those kind of fruits. And then I think the palate, I can't remember what the palate went, I think the palate was a bit soft, a little bit thin, and that's probably why it went down the line. But in the aroma it says lemon citrus, orange peel with an interlacing sweetness of vanilla and dark chocolate. Yeah, I didn't get any of that. I just got, I'm probably the worst person to do blinds. I just got like a real strawberry Vimto nose for some reason, and that was really good at first. I think I had that at my #1 spot, and then it went down from the palate. And the last one is the Glenlivet Founders Reserve. Just offensive and overall a terrible dram. It does say it's smooth and balanced, so that's a positive. It's the cheapest of the lot as well, and there's maybe a reason for it, trying to get rid of it, but it says smooth and balanced. Was it smooth? We'll just have another No, I don't want to. It maybe was smooth, or maybe it was wasn't kind of powerful, but it was just quite offensive. So yeah, I didn't enjoy it that much. So anyway, that's been which whiskey is the best from the supermarket. I think it's something I need to explore more, is supermarket whiskies, because the double cask from Glen Scotia and the double cask from Tam Lafune, and even the Glenmorangie is good, and I've not reviewed it, but I think I need to review those three. The Macallan Gold it's okay, but I don't think I need it in my life. I don't think I need to review it. And the the Glenlivet Founders Reserve can just, that can just, we'll forget about that. But the Glen Scotia and the Tam Lafune definitely need a review. They're good whiskies, especially the prices of them, only £35. You can pick them up for the supermarket. I'm sure you can get them on sale for less, but they are quite superb. The Glen Scotia especially being non-chill filtered. Shame about the colouring. I mean, the colouring's it's not an amazing colour, but I'm assuming it must be very, very lightly coloured for them to add some colouring to it. But the non-chill filtering aspect for me just definitely, it's a pioneer, or it should be a pioneer. People should be looking out for that and taking that on board. So anyway, I've had a couple of drams, so thanks for watching. I've been Stuart, this has been Whiskey Whims. I'll see you later.